What's up, vinyl community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live, as always, from the Man Cave. For the first segment of this video, which is gonna end up being like a 3-segment video. My apologies, but just trying to keep you guys all up to date. It's gonna be my finds from RSD Drop number 3. So for RSD Drop number 1, obviously you guys know that had an dig, ultimate hangout with my boys Josh and Matt for RSD weekend. A big trip up to the mountains, awesome stuff. Chronicled it with a video for you guys. I loved doing it personally. It was one of my favorite videos I've ever done. For RSD Drop number 2, it was just me and Josh. Again, another video, lots of fun. Not the road trip this time, just the local shops. Again, lots of fun. For RSD Drop number 3, everybody had plans. It ended up just being me and my boy Matt that you guys met in the segment part 1 and part 2 of RSD Drop number 1 videos. But running a little bit behind for time, and then the video just didn't come together, so we ended up just not doing a video. But unfortunately for me, I wish we would at least taken a picture to chronicle that we were at least there, but it didn't happen. But anyway, I will show you guys what I came up with. By now, you guys have no doubt lost interest in RSD Drop number 3, but just for anybody who's curious what I found. I picked up 3 RSD releases, 2 for myself, 1 for a friend, and then I picked up an album that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. So we started off with Mingus Ahum, Charles Mingus. It's the 2LP 60th anniversary. It's no colored vinyl, no nothing like that. Nice sturdy gatefold jacket, which is I really liked about it. Great stuff. The labels, love it. Nice touch on the Columbia 6i labels. I will tell you, I spun through it. I was very happy with the sound on the A side of the first LP. I mean, it's like not original pressing quality, obviously, but it was very quiet, very even. And then I throw on the B side, and again, this is a brand new LP, and it was just very noisy in quiet spots. Not like static or popping or clicking or anything like that, just noisy. Just noise that has no business being there, if that makes any sense to any of you guys. Throw on the second LP, pretty even throughout. But yeah, I don't know if any of you other guys noticed it, but yeah, it's my second copy of Mingus Ahum. The other one is a early 60s reissue. But wanted to try it out, see what was up. Again, I love the presentation. Love the nice sturdy gatefold, the jacket. Love the sound on the A side of LP number 1. On LP number the B side of LP number 1 was just a lot of noise where it shouldn't be, and I'm not even talking about pops and cracks and stuff like that. Just noise, just there for no reason. But anyway, I mean, I don't know if anybody else has had that problem with their copy. If you have, of course, feel free to share it in response to this video. The next one, my boy Josh, who you guys are usually used to seeing pop up with me in these videos, was unable to come this time. Had I think an anniversary trip with his wife, so out of town. He asked me to pick up one album, and one album only for him, for Record Store Day. Drop number 3. Warren Zevon's greatest hits, according to Judd Apatow. So he messaged me like the day before, and was like, "Hey man, I just wanted to know if it's still available. If you could pick this up for me." I'm like, "Okay, let me know." I'm thinking he's gonna hit me with like one of the big dogs that like everybody's getting, and he hit me with that. And I just messaged him back like, "Hey buddy, I'm about positive I'm gonna have 0 issue whatsoever. I'll reel that in for you." So anyway, but it's been sitting here since the day of RSD Drop number 3. No clue what Judd Apatow has to do with Warren Zevon or anything like that. I think Judd like met him once or some shit. I don't know. I'm not interested enough in Warren Zevon, honestly, or Judd Apatow outside of like the movies 40-Year-Old Virgin or, you know, Super Bad, or to like even look that far into it. But this is Josh's when he wants to come claim it. And again, my comments are not to poke fun at anybody who's a Warren Zevon fan or anybody who grabbed this on RSD. It's just not my deal. But it's been sitting here perfectly sealed since the day of RSD drop number 3. So, Josh, I've got your Zevon. If you don't come pick it up in 2 weeks, I'm selling it on eBay. I can say that statement because I know he'll never watch this video because he's not in it. Next up, Miles Davis double image, Rare Miles from the Complete Bitches Brew Sessions. 2 LP. Again, this is still sealed. This just goes to let you guys know how little time I actually have to come in here and listen to records, because it's been sitting on my couch here, sealed, perfectly sealed, since RSD drop number 3. Which, shit, I can't remember what date that was, but it's been a couple weeks. But supposed to be a bunch of outtakes and whatnot, and we'll have recordings released during the Bitches Brew Sessions. So, I mean, I've heard a lot of great things. Nice sturdy jacket again. I've heard good things about the pressing, so I mean, I'll let you guys know about it later, I guess, maybe, because again, haven't even had time to get the plastic off of it. And then even once I do, I got a whole stack of LPs over here that'll go in front of it in terms of must listen to now. I believe this is on red vinyl. Yep, double LP red vinyl. It was a great price on RSD, so very glad to have it. Awesome stuff. And then finally, the album that I grabbed that I've been wanting to grab for a while, and then it was just sitting there in front of me in the jazz section, Valentine by Bill Frisell. Double LP with Rudy Royston and Thomas Morgan, trio setting type deal. And I've heard just amazing things about the album. Again, it's another one of those ones I have not heard. Just heard great things about it. And I know Blue Note has had a great 2020. Not very many people have had a great 2020, but Blue Note Records has had a great 2020. And I cannot wait to listen to Bill Frisell's Valentine. By all accounts, a great, just beautiful record. So very much looking forward to it. So those are my 2020 RSD hauls. Talk to you guys soon. What's up, Vinyl Community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live from my pickup truck on the way up the interstate. Just got off work. My Friday days are short days. Sometimes they're 2:45. Sometimes I'm really lucky and they're either 11:45 or 12:30. But today that's not the case. Today it's a 2:45 day, but I don't care. I've decided I'm going up to Charlotte right after work to Lunchbox Records. I'm going to grab a couple of new releases that came out today that I'm looking forward to having. I've decided that I don't want to wait till tomorrow when I'll have the full day off, because I don't want to risk them being sold out. These are the kind of releases that I've had bad luck with. I'm trying to buy them at stores. I can go the shipping route, but I'm trying my best, guys, to buy brick and mortar across the board. I really am trying. It's hard, especially with my 56-hour-a-week work schedule, but I really am trying. I'm making the best effort I can. But on my way up today, hopefully they'll still be there. I've already messaged the owner of the shop, told him I was coming, so hey, who knows? Hopefully I get lucky. I'll talk to you guys soon. Hope you are all having a wonderful Friday, and yeah, talk to you soon. What's up, Vinyl Community? It's your boy Chris coming at you live, as always, from the Man Cave. This video I'm getting ready to drop on you guys is getting ready to be like a 3-parter of like 3 like video ideas that like started and then didn't completely finish. So I was like, you know what? We'll just do a mashup. So you're gonna get my RSD Drop 3 finds. You're gonna get my recent record store trip on a whim finds, and then you're gonna get my recent finds. So, without further ado, getting right into it. Start you guys off with Getting Around, Dexter Gordon, with Bobby Hutcherson, Barry Harris, Bob Cranshaw, and Billy Higgins. This is Music Matters, 33 RPM pressing. I had a buddy of mine that was fortunate enough to beat me to an original pressing that Dylan and Noble Records had. He requested it first, so he beat me to it. But I had a DMM, Direct Metal Mastering pressing. And I noticed that he was getting ready to offload his Music Matters, and I knew that this would be an upgrade for sound quality. So I was like, hey. So basically, he took Dylan's, I took his, somebody else took mine. But great stuff. These 33 RPM Music Matters presents. I haven't listened to it since I got it, but I can tell you, I know the guy who owned it, and great friend of mine. I know it's in pristine shape. There's no way it's not in pristine shape coming from Corey. So thank you, Corey, if you ever watch. Next up, Junior Mance, I Believed in My Soul. It's mono pressing on Atlantic. Great stuff. Let's go ahead and get that off there so you guys can see it. It's that old red and plum label. Great shape. Very happy to have it. Next up, Eastern Rebellion 2 with Cedar Walton, Billy Higgins, Bob Berg, and Sam Jones. And it's on Timeless Muse. It's going to be one obviously you guys probably aren't very familiar with, but I'm very accustomed to carrying albums that so many of you probably aren't that familiar with. But it's a promo copy also, by the way, splat out. But it's great stuff. Not that expensive of a find, but if you see it, don't jump on it. Next up, Soul Mist, Richard Groove Holmes, Prestige, and you know, hey, they don't call him Groove for nothing. Got Blue Mitchell on trumpet, Harold Vick on tenor, Gene Edwards on guitar, George Randall on drums, and Freddie Waits also on the drums, but different tracks. But it's great stuff on Prestige, and highly recommend it. This is Blue Trident. Grab yourself a copy. Very soulful, very funky, and very worth having. Next up, Grand Encounter. John Lewis, Percy Heath, Bill Perkins, Chico Hamilton, Jim Hall, and it's on Pacific Jazz. Interesting album cover, at least to me. I don't even know what I mean by interesting, just not quite maybe what I'd expect. But Pacific Jazz, great stuff. Highly recommended. Next up, the Eddie Lockjaw Davis Cookbook featuring Shirley Scott and Jerome Richardson, Volume 2, on Prestige. A little bit more Prestige for you guys. Once again, Blue Trident. Great stuff. Eddie Lockjaw Davis on tenor, Shirley Scott on organ, Jerome Richardson on flute, George DeVivier on bass, and Arthur Edgehill on drums. Guys, I say, absolutely smoking set. Next up, stereo pressing. We have Brother Jack McDuff stepping out. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but it's some of that disgusting shrink wrap. Keeping it nice and clean, but oh, yes. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Shit's gone. More Blue Trident. Now it looks like a record. Next up, a little bit more Jack McDuff presence on the next album that I show you guys is Soul Summit with Gene Ammons and Sonny Stitt with Brother Jack McDuff. It's stereo pressing. Album cover, very interesting to me. Young lady in the back, tree, very black and white vibe. I mean, I dig it. It's very different. But Gene Ammons on tenor, Sonny Stitt on tenor, Jack McDuff on organ, and Charlie Percy on the sticks. And hey, Blue Trident Prestige label is kind of the theme for this video. It almost seems. But I can tell you this. It's a fucking phenomenal album. As is anything with Gene Ammons or Sonny Stitt or Brother Jack McDuff. So, no shocker there. Next up, Bearcat Clifford Jordan Quartet. It's on Jazzland. I love Clifford Jordan. Been trying to delve deeper and deeper and deeper into the discography here lately, but kind of tough. A lot of them A lot of them were very, very, very expensive, but this is an OJC copy on Jazz Land. Great stuff. I also have a Japanese pressing, so I'm going to compare side by side, make the decision as to which one I keep, which one goes. My best bet would be that I end up keeping the Japanese pressing I already have. That would be my best bet, but you know, one never knows. We'll see. I also believe my Japanese pressing is a mono copy. Could be wrong. Happened once before. Next up, Root Down, Jimmy Smith Live. It's on Verve. It's a little bit harder of a Jimmy Smith title to find, really. Even harder to find than a lot of his, a lot of his Blue Note titles are actually pretty easy to find. But Root Down, Jimmy Smith Live. Drums, Paul Humphrey. Bass, Wilton Felder. Congas and percussion, Buck Clark. Guitar, Arthur Adams. Harmonica, Steve Williams. And then obviously you guys know that where Jimmy plays. But, beautiful black Verve label. Splat out. Original pressing. 1972. Very happy to add this one to the collection. Next up, the Modern Jazz Quartet, Music In, guest artist Sonny Rollins, Volume 2. I had a early stereo pressing for quite a long time. Very, very clean stereo pressing for a very long time. And then I got the opportunity to have the good old mono bullseye label, which I don't have very many bullseye labels in the collection. So I saw it, I had the time to jump on it. So here you have it. But it's the Modern Jazz Quartet, Music In, Volume 2, and of course guest artists Sonny Rollins. So John Lewis on piano, Milt Jackson, Vibra Hart, Percy Heath bass, Connie Kay drums, and then guest artist Sonny Rollins tenor sax. Joins the Modern Jazz Quartet on Bag of Groove and Night in Tunisia. So very happy to have it. Next up, right down front, the Modern Jazz Disciples, Prestige / New Jazz. Showed this album to you guys in its exact form, I'm sure. Exactly a year ago, let's call it. And give or take. And as you guys can see, the cover needs some repairing. But the wax is in great shape. But it's the New Jazz label, the original New Jazz label. It's got a status cover on it. But what I'm interested in is the wax, but it's the original Deep Groove New Jazz label. Very, 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 very thrilled to add that original Deep Groove New Jazz label. And then upgraded copy for me in terms of the pressing. The other one will go to my good buddy Corey, that you guys heard mention of earlier in the video. And for me, the big find of the box is J.J. Johnson, Volume 2. And it's on Blue Note. This is big deal type shit. Yeah. This is original mono pressing. Sure you guys have been kind of waiting for a big deal like this in this box. I mean, the last 2 or 3 that I showed you were all big deals, but this one's really a big deal. But yeah, I mean, it's J.J. Johnson, Hank Mobley, Horace Silver, Clifford Brown, and Kenny Clark. I'm getting ready to throw this one on the platter in just a second. And then obviously, it's Blue Note, and it's original Lex Ave. So you guys already know what's up. The ear, the RVG, splat out. Ain't it pretty? Very happy to have scored this. Definitely ranks high up there in my finds of 2020, which I guess that video is going to be coming up before I even know it. I guess I just realized what time of year it is. But so anyway, Great stack as always, I believe. And my big undisputed find of the stack, which is getting ready to go into plotter like now. And until next time, until next video, keep dropping that needle, you guys.